Good corporate governance is an essential part of culture and business skill that is essential for any organization that desires to be strong and successful. As a matter of fact, corporate failure and scandals are as a result of bad corporate governance practices when good corporate governance is not part of culture and business practices for any organization. The last 3 decades have seen a lot of increased interest in matters relating to corporate governance. However, it's important to notice that writings on corporate governance date back to as early as 300 BC, when we have the first writings on corporate governance that can be traced. Corporate governance is a system by which business corporations are directed and controlled. The corporate governance structure specifies the distribution of rights and responsibilities among different participants in the corporation, such as the board, managers, shareholders, and other stakeholders, and spells out the rules and procedures for making decisions on corporate affairs. By doing this, it also provides structure through which the company objectives are set and the means of attaining those objectives and monitoring performance. Effective Corporate Governance is a book that will introduce you to the theories, models, and best practices for governing organizations effectively. It will help you understand ways in which to direct and guide organizations. It will also introduce you to some of the best practices, and it will provide you case studies and examples of effective corporate governance as well as bad governance practices in organizations within Africa. But it has also good templates that you can use to measure good governance in your organization. Effective Corporate Governance book is divided into 2 parts. The first part provides the theory which supports the practice of good corporate governance. The book introduces what corporate governance is, the evolution of corporate governance, and how governance has been practiced over the years. It also provides the theories and the models of good corporate governance that have been developed over the years from different jurisdictions around the world. This first part explains why corporate governance is important and the role that corporate governance contributes to the success or failure of organizations. Within this first part, a very important subject of governance relationships is addressed, and that is the role between governance and management and how the two are able to relate and interact for effective corporate governance. The second part of effective corporate governance will introduce you to the practices and best practices for organizations that practice good corporate governance. It introduces you to boards, different types of boards, some of the best practices for effective boards, and how to ensure that boards are effective in their governing role. The book will also introduce you to some of the building blocks for effective corporate governance, as well as the impact of good corporate governance in organization and what the results of good corporate governance looks like in an organization.